So I get the question whether a person should buy or rent today in 2023. I'm going to help you out with that question by telling you which one is better, and we're going to get started. Hello and welcome back to All Things Tennessee with me, Ben Barreto, your local real estate pro and relocation expert for East Tennessee. It is hot in here. Today we're going to talk about whether it's better to buy or rent in 2023, and we're going to get started with the first reason why you should buy. Obviously, I'm going in that direction. It's a difficult decision to decide whether you want to continue renting or if you want to take the leap and buy a home. Buying a house has a lot of unknowns, a lot of responsibilities, and it's easier to rent something and be able to move on from it and just, it's not yours, not a big deal. But there are a lot of benefits to buying a home. Renting has flexibility. Buying a home is obviously a better choice. And here are some of the advantages of owning your own home. The first one, and is probably one you hear all the time, and that is when you rent a home, you're essentially paying someone else's mortgage. You're basically locked into a slightly more affordable, yet long-term Airbnb. Except this Airbnb you're stuck in for 6 months to a year. It doesn't come furnished usually, and you have to pay the utility bills yourself. As a renter, you're adding to another person's wealth rather than your own. You're basically taking your hard-earned money and handing it over to someone else to spend however they want. But when you buy a home, you're building equity. And with each mortgage payment you make, you're investing in your future, you're building wealth. Additionally, after you build enough equity, you can tap into that money and use it as you wish, whether you want to use it for a dream vacation, you want to pay off college debt, you want to send your kids to college, buy a car, or invest in more real estate. There is a reason why owning property has always been the first important step in building wealth. Whether it's land or an actual house, neither rarely ever loses value, and over time always is more valuable. We're not building more land. Eventually we're going to run out of room for houses. Here's the thing. Do you think McDonald's makes billions and billions of dollars a year from burgers and Big Macs? No, the real source of their wealth comes from the fact that they own the land that their franchisees lease back from them. Additionally, owning a home provides stability. You don't have to worry about rent increases or the possibility of your landlord not wanting to renew your lease. You can set down roots in your community and make your house a home. You also get to control your quality of life. If you're living in an apartment or a rental house that doesn't belong to you, you're usually paying rent based on someone else's desire to make money off of you. And though apartments might be more affordable, you're stuck next to anyone. Whether you're living above them, next to them, below them, you have to listen to your neighbors around the clock. They can change from month to month. 1 month it can be a respectable, friendly person that you enjoy living next to. And then the next month it could be a lead singer of a Guns N' Roses cover band that likes to practice all hours of the night. Or it could be some creepy, antisocial sociopath living on his home after moving out of his mom's basement and has some really weird, violent tendencies. When you own a home, you have the freedom to make it your own. So the next thing we're going to talk about is freedom. You can paint the walls, renovate the kitchen, even add a swimming pool. You don't have to ask for permission from a landlord or worry about losing your security deposit because you messed something up. You can't do that in a rental. Any changes to the property that you do in a rental has to be approved by the landlord. Basically getting someone else's permission to live your life the way you prefer. Now that is the opposite of freedom. And is that how you want to live? The next thing we're going to discuss when it comes to owning a home is the fact that you can save money. You can deduct the mortgage interest payments from your income taxes. This can result in significant savings at tax time. Here are some other savings that you could probably tap into as a homeowner. You have your mortgage interest deduction, where you can deduct the interest you pay up to $750,000 if married, filing jointly, and $375,000 if single. Now remember, I'm a real estate agent, not an accountant, so double check those numbers with an actual CPA. Real estate taxes can also be deducted in most states for both state and local property taxes. You can save up to $10,000 a year. Again, check with your local government. Now, if you paid points on a mortgage, you can deduct those as well. If you pay for private mortgage insurance or PMI, those are tax deductible along with VA loan funding fees, USDA loan guarantee fees, and FHA loan upfront mortgage insurance premiums. There are a few others, but a little bit more specific, and you're not likely to run into them. But still, the point is, owning a home both builds wealth as you pay it down and saves you money each year on taxes as the government tries its best to promote home ownership. Additionally, when you have a fixed rate mortgage, your monthly mortgage payment will stay the same for the life of the loan. Now, obviously, there are other loan types out there where that's not the case, so always make sure you read the fine print before you sign anything. But for the most part, most 30-year fixed rate mortgages are the same, and this makes it a lot easier to budget your monthly expenses and plan for the future. When you pay rent, your monthly rental rate can change and will change with the flow of the economy, the local market, and also at the whim of the owner. If they do improvements, then they can upcharge the rent. If they find themselves in debt on another property or having trouble catching up, they could take that out on you. And if they want to stay competitive with the local rental market or take advantage of rising rental rates, you're going to have to pay for that as well. Make sure to check out last week's video where I give you 10 things that make East Tennessee a great place to live. You can check that out by clicking right here or following the link in the description. Also, while you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, if you're thinking of buying or selling real estate in East Tennessee, give me a call. My contact information is in the description. It's also probably floating around on the screen. While buying a home may seem daunting, it's important to remember that it's an investment in your future. And by owning your own home, you're building equity, gaining stability, and enjoying the freedom to make it your own. Well, that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys stopping by. As always, have a great day, have a great rest of the week, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.